With all the rumours circulating of another Power Rangers movie reboot coming in the next few years, more than likely being once again centred around the Mighty Morphin team, I thought it would make for a nice change of pace to look at what happened to the actual original cast of the original series. We have covered all of the characters' backstories, so now let's take a look at the actors. Appearing in over 200 episodes of Power Rangers, David Yoast has the most original series appearances out of all of the cast, portraying the super intelligent Blue Ranger Billy Cranston. Post Power Rangers, he appeared in the movie Ladykiller and a handful of made-for-TV films both in front of and behind the camera, including as a producer on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. He was having a rough time in his personal life at the time, experiencing a nervous breakdown and even undergoing conversion therapy for homosexuality after years of on-set bullying. Shocking, disgusting behaviour. Fortunately, he eventually came to terms with himself and became a campaigner for an organisation which promotes and advocates LGBTQ+ equality. Well done, David. Amy Jo Johnson, of course, portrayed the original Pink Power Ranger Kimberly Hart. At the time of casting, she was already a pretty accomplished gymnast, a skill that would come in very handy for her action sequences. She departed the role in 1995, briefly returning for the 1997 movie Turbo, and went on to appear in the Kerry Russell/J.J. Abrams show Felicity, and guest star on shows such as ER and Spin City. More recently, Johnson appeared as a lead in Canadian-produced cop show Flashpoint, which ran from 2008 to 2012. In 2017, she wrote and produced a movie called The Space Between, funded completely via an Indiegogo campaign. She's also a very talented singer, having recorded 3 studio albums. And if you don't already know, she had a brief cameo in the 2017 Power Rangers movie reboot. As Red Ranger Jason Lee Scott, Austin St. John was the original leader of the Power Rangers, despite being the youngest member of the cast when the show debuted. He put his skills in Taekwondo, Judo and Kempo to good use in the role, but left midway through the second season after a dispute over pay. St. John returned to the series as the Gold Ranger in Power Rangers Zeo and had a brief cameo in the second movie, also reprising his role in Power Rangers Wild Force and more recently in Power Rangers Beast Morphers. For over a decade, St. John has worked in the emergency services around Washington, D.C. He's also worked with the US military as a healthcare provider in the Middle East for several years, though he was not actually a member of any branch of the armed forces. The original Black Ranger, Walter Emmanuel Jones, spent a season and a half playing Zack Taylor before finding himself replaced by Johnny Young Bosch after another contract dispute. Jones provided voices on the show too, lending his vocal talents to many villains and many monsters. Following his departure as the Black Ranger, he returned to the series on 2 occasions as a voice performer, and also landed guest roles on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, NYPD Blue and The Shield, as well as a glamorous cameo as Locker Zombie in The House of the Dead 2. He also guest appeared in Andy Samberg's music mockumentary, Popstar Never Stop Never Stoppin'. His voiceover work includes Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2 and video game Red Dead Redemption. Jones also has a major role in the backyard wrestling movie Backyard Dogs, which did spend time as the lowest rated movie ever on the Internet Movie Database, also known as IMDb. As of July 2007, it's no longer on the list as it was straight to video. Toy Trang's family fled from Vietnam in the mid-70s to start a new life in the United States. After an early acting career in commercials, she landed the role of the Yellow Ranger Trini Kwan in 1993. She spent 1.5 seasons on the show before leaving at the same time as Austin St. John and Walter Emmanuel Jones. She went on to have roles in The Crow, City of Angels and Spy Hard, but Trang tragically died in a car accident in 2001. Her Power Rangers co-stars attended her funeral. Truly, truly tragic. R.I.P. Toy Trang. So the granddaddy of the Power Rangers universe, martial artist Jason David Frank, made his transition to acting when he won the role for the Green Ranger, Tommy Oliver, after initially trying out for the part of the Red Ranger in the pilot. After the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series wrapped, he continued in the role, evolving eventually to the White Ranger, the Red Zeo Ranger, the Red Turbo Ranger, and the Black Dino Thunder Ranger, across several different Power Rangers shows and movies. As well as continuing to excel in martial arts, he's a 7th dan black belt in karate and a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He also had a few MMA fights, 4 amateur and 1 professional. Being an MMA coach myself, I will admit that his results are a little fishy. All 5 of his fights were finished in the first round, and his total career fight time was just 4 minutes and 6 seconds in 5 fights. Something doesn't seem right about that to me, but who am I to argue the combat abilities of the greatest Power Ranger who ever lived? JDF also had a cameo in the 2017 Power Rangers movie, and a hilarious fact here is that he actually got kicked out of the official premiere for the movie, attempting to film the audience in the movie theatre during his cameo. As I'm sure you all know, cameras are not allowed inside theatres. So he was immediately removed and even missed the end credit scene where the movie teased the return of Tommy Oliver. He was not happy. As of right now, JDF is currently working on his own fictional sci-fi movie titled Legend of the White Dragon. It's completely separate to Power Rangers, but clearly extremely heavily inspired. It looks really cool, and I for one am very excited for it. So there we have it, my friends. That is what all the original cast has been up to since Mighty Morphin Power Rangers ended. Seeing as JDF and Amy Jo Johnson had a cameo in the 2017 movie, would you like to see any of the original cast have a bigger cameo in the next reboot? Let me know in the comments down below. Personally, if they are using the Mighty Morphin team again, I would like to see them have new characters take on the Mighty Morphin powers, and have the original cast make appearances as their original characters. A passing of the torch, so to speak. That would be cooler in my opinion, rather than once again getting new versions of Jason, Billy, Kimberly, Trini and Zach. Let me know what you guys think of that in the comments as well. Okay, thank you all so much for watching this video today. An extra special thank you goes to our patrons for your support with our upcoming live action Power Rangers videos. Please check out the 6th Ranger on Patreon if you're interested in supporting those. That's it from me today. I hope you all have a great day. May the power protect you, and I'll see you next time on the 6th Ranger.